So yesterday when we got off, we've been talking about this in what seems forever. Well, it seems like forever. And I remember back in April of this year, seems so long ago, right? Back in April of this year, we were sitting in front of the televisions and we were watching the NFL draft. We picked Aiden Hutchinson with the second overall pick, and I, for one, was ecstatic. I remember just going crazy because that was the edge rusher that I wanted. Missed out on Chase Young, missed out on Nick Bosa. We missed out on some guys, so it's like we got to get our pass rusher. And then we think that we know Brad Holmes got something up his sleeve, right? We know we've seen this guy. Now, he was not the GM when they traded up for Jared Goff. Okay? Mr. Poole says voice was gone right after that pick. Mr. Poole, you've been around that long? That's crazy, bro. I didn't even realize that, man. Man, went crazy, right? Was very disappointed at the fact that we were not going to pick again till 32. So we're all, popping out our tents. We're sitting around waiting on the next pick. And then we hear through the broadcast that there's been a trade, that the Detroit Lions have traded up with the Minnesota Vikings. We're trying to figure out what's going on. And then we hear this. The Detroit Lions have traded with the Minnesota Vikings, and with the 12th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Jameson Williams, wide receiver, Alabama. And I popped a gasket because all I saw was defense. All I saw was how bad our defense was and how much we needed help. Now, I came around rather quickly. It's not that I didn't know about Jameson Williams. I just instantly went defense. And I was right. I mean, listen, I don't toot my horn very much, but in this game, you kind of got to toot it, man. Everybody takes so much pride on being right. Everybody has to be right. You have to be wrong. I'm not like that, but so we got the bottom-ranked defense. But Jameson Williams will be a star. And a lot of us have been dying to see this man play. First 4 weeks of the NFL season, the Detroit Lions had the number one offense without Jameson Williams. When DeAndre Swift went down, St. Brown went down, we kind of lost grips. And now we're ranked top 10. But Jameson Williams has finally been cleared to play. That happened last week. We kind of said, nah, there's no way he plays against Jacksonville. Then it was like, well, maybe he does play against Jacksonville. Well, it came out yesterday that Dan Campbell said it's a long shot for Jameson Williams or Romeo to play this Sunday. But we knew that, though, but we let ourselves get excited about this. Now, a lot of people seem to think this is about getting Jameson 100%. Jameson Williams is 100% now. Jameson Williams has been 100% for months. He has been 100% for months, but like we all knew when we took an injured wide receiver in the draft, traded up to get this guy, that he was not meant for this year. And I promise you that no NFL doctor, no doctor is going to let this kid come out here less than 100%. The body it heals quicker than you think. Jameson Williams is 21, somewhere around there? He just stopped growing not too long ago. His body is fine. It's us old folks we got to worry about. When you get in your 40s and 50s, you break something, you might be laid up for 5-6 months. Jameson Williams is fine. It was never about him being 100%. It was never about him playing. Was never about it. Will he be ready injury-wise? It was about will he be brought up to speed with the game. Now, before the Lions played the Bills, dude is out there gunning. He is running. He didn't look like he missed a step. Looking fly. Looking like a little ant running full speed from the nosebleeds. But we let ourselves get excited about this Jacksonville game when I should have just went with my my timetable, 2 to 3 weeks from when he was cleared. That puts us at the Minnesota Vikings game. Now, that's my final prediction, that Jameson Williams will play at the Minnesota Vikings game. We got 2 home games left. This will be the second to last opportunity for home fans to see Jameson Williams. So I think he plays. That's my final answer. Is that your final answer? That's my final answer. Jameson Williams makes this NFL Detroit Lion debut. Probably very limited snaps. He might get between 10 and 15. Everybody's going to be holding their collective breath when he gets hit. When Brad traded up, I thought we were getting a QB. See, Dave, I didn't think that because there really wasn't any. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really wasn't any QBs. We knew this draft class was going to be probably not the best. So I kind of knew we weren't doing that. I mean, I can see that, though. Because Malik Willis was still there, and are we drafting up to get a quarterback, and he could go 2. And I think Kyle Hamilton was still there because he didn't go until like 14, I think. So I thought it was more Kyle Hamilton, somewhere around there, because we needed a safety. We needed a linebacker. But Jameson Williams would probably not be out there. They're still trying to get him and Romeo up to speed. So it's like you waited this long, right? What's another week? I hope that it's 5 games because I had him back as early as after the bye week. I mean, we still had 2/3 of our season back then, right? But I'm just a little sad, man, because the anticipation is so high for this guy. It's so high for Jameson Williams. But nonetheless, he is the future. When he comes, when he starts to play, everyone's going to be excited. And Jameson Williams will be fine. We can't think about the injury. He can't think about the injury. He has to go out there, play what he does, do what he does best, and play the game. But Jameson Williams, long shot to play. Doesn't mean he won't. But the way Dan Campbell was talking yesterday, we won't see him until at least Minnesota.